Hello there. My name is Maxime. Some call me Mad Max, and I wanted to create this video just to create and just to put out my thoughts onto something. I got like bullet points and a little action point, um, and I wanted to talk about it because I've I have watched so much amount of YouTube videos about minimalism, and I'm sure you've heard about that a few times before. If you're on the YouTube space, if I if I if I can call it like that, and I've I've personally tried to just completely turn away from the digital world, to neglect it, to ignore it, but I have noticed that it doesn't work like that, because I got a job, and on my job I got to be on the computer for a few times a day to check some things, and like in my personal life as well. Um, when it comes to like governmental documents, or like paychecks, I get those like documents completely digital, um, in like a log or a governmental app or something like that. And of course, if I want to check those documents, I need to get digital, of course. But I read a book recently, and it's Digital Minimalism from Cal Newport, and I recommend it because for me personally, I tend on some themes or subjects I tend to get a little on the extreme side, and um, but it's all about finding a balance and being more intentional. And that is what Cal Newport talks about in his book, because his whole point, or let's say the thing that I will take with me from reading the book, is to be more intentional with digital devices or digital apps, services, etc. So it's not about completely turning away, completely going, how do you call it? To exit the matrix or something, or to just um, disappear off the grid. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, I wrote that, yeah, completely turning away from the digital world is unrealistic from my point of view. Um, it may be so that you are watching, and that it works for you, and that's completely fine. And if you're someone like that, please feel free to go into the comments and share your thoughts or opinions, because I am very curious. I can learn so much things from you. So I said I had an action point, and that is to, as I said a few times until now, to use social media intentionally. To, I think an example from the book Digital Minimalism was to, I think, to use social media as a professional, instead of like just scrolling reels like I have been doing so many years, even on TikTok. Um, Instead of continuously scrolling, create a profile, follow like 3 or 5 people regularly post quality content, who really inspire you, not to just waste time on there, but to like get inspired for your hobbies. If you're someone who paints, who writes, follow other persons who are writing, and but just make sure you aren't consuming endlessly, because that's a trap I've fallen into in the past. Let me watch. Okay, I got like a case where, like, yeah, I can't really explain it, but it's in a way I can't see the time of how long I am recording. But anyways, let's get back to the point. And lastly, for me personally, I also wrote down to use gaming or PlayStation, or yeah, gaming devices in general, to use them intentionally as well. Um, what do I mean with that? Is that I used to just turn on my PlayStation when I got free time for, let's say, maybe an hour, 30 minutes, when I thought I need to get to school in 1 hour. I got that much time before I need to leave the house and get ready to take the bus. I just turned on my PlayStation and I thought, like, yeah, instead of waiting just a little bit, I decided to game. But that didn't feel as as good as like playing for maybe 2 hours very intentionally, because um, what um, something I've given my attention to for the last few weeks is that when I want to game, I think of a time when I have the time. Yeah, that's really weird how I said that, but it's about really setting a time of, okay, um, example given, today I'm off from work. I got a free day. So now I can like literally choose maybe 2 hours to game this afternoon, very intentionally, very focused, to really enjoy the world, to get on an adventure, because I love gaming, especially single player games. And I play Fortnite for with social purposes. Um, because when gaming gets in a way, it can isolate you, or better said, we automatically tend to isolate ourselves, and that's what's so dangerous about not being intentional at all. So that's what this video is all about. I don't know how long it is. 8 minutes. That's beautiful, bro. um so yeah, those were just some of my thoughts, and I really need to find a balance, for so many things. Yeah, instead of, like, to give another example, I got a tablet or an iPad. It's like I got an Android iPad, to say it that way. And after work, when I get home at, let's say, 9 p.m. at night, instead of realizing I need to get to sleep in about half an hour, I just grab my Android iPad and I just watch YouTube videos for some time, which is not intentional, which leads to the fact that I don't get to bed early. So that's really what I mean. Being intentional and finding a balance. And I think that creating a schedule, which is another subject to talk about, creating a schedule is a great way to just visualize and being more intentional in general. So I hope this video inspires you. I wish you the best, and yeah, God bless, bros.